Good afternoon. Welcome. We're going to do a little bit of gentle yoga. The flair of gentle yoga today will be with movement, not the usual restorative class. We're going to do gentle approaches to asanas that necessarily are a little bit more difficult with the beginner softer variation. Okay? So let's begin into a sitting position. Sukhasana, one foot in front of the other, and of course you can change that if your knees hurt. Allow your hands to rise, thumb and index finger together. Relax the shoulders down, chin tucked in slightly, back of the neck nice and long. Allow yourself to breathe. Breathing presence and consciousness in full lung capacity. So perhaps sometimes we don't pay attention to how we breathe and we breathe only on the way to the top. The yogi breath starts in belly, goes up to chest and climbs up to collarbones. And on the exhalation with the same attention, you squeeze all the air out until there's nothing left on your lungs and you can do actually a cleanse through the exhale. So try to think of the inhale as recharging your batteries, inviting things you want, air, space, oxygen, and think of the exhalation as this process of depuration, cleansing, letting go of toxins. On the inhale, one more time, you breathe. 1, 2, 3. On the exhalation, we squeeze the air out. 1, 2, and 3. Last time, inhale, breathe. 1, 2, and 3. Exhale, 1, 2, and 3. Bring your hands into prayer. Om Shanti Shanti. Namaste. Welcome yourself with Anjali Mudra. Salute your body. Namaste. Just come up and shake your legs in front of you. Relax your legs. Okay. We're going to begin with a very controversial asana that some people cannot do it any longer for the knees, but I'm going to show you the easy variation. And I have a couple of blocks. If you don't have one at home, bring a book that is this thickness that will help you. You're going to bring the knees bent, and you're going to put the block underneath your seat bones in case that your knees have problem. This is called malasana or squat. If you don't have any problems, then it's kind of a gentle way to start going into full squat, opening the lower back and allowing the heels to release down and hands in prayer. So with squat, you can use block or no block, and also there's another different way to prop in case that your Achilles tendon is short. You can sit on the end of the pillow and just make sure that whatever you chose, you're comfortable. Once you resolve where you're going to be, let's hold, and we're going to start with straight spine, arms inside the legs, pushing knees to the sides and hands in prayer pose, chin tucked in slightly, back of the neck nice and tall. And we're going to just be here for another 3 breaths in this very yang, very active squat position. The inside of the elbows are pushing the knees sideways. Take another deep inhale through the nose. And we're going to do a deep stretch to your spine. On the exhale, release your hands on the floor. And now chin into your chest and allow the chest to go down and let the head be heavy. So you'll notice as you let be heavy, how from the coccyx or the tailbone, you feel a deep stretch all the way up to the crown of the head, to the back of the neck, to the midsection. There is the last arrangement in here that of course you don't follow if you have enough, which is interlacing your hands on the round part of the skull and pushing the chin in slightly. Keep breathing. Good stuff. And then finally you're done. And we're going to do dangling Uttanasana on the next inhale. Allow sit bones to rise to the ceiling. Let's come up and lift. And on the exhalation, let's close toe, ankle, toe, ankle, and finally let your feet relax on the ground and let your upper body dangle. Bend your knees if your lower back feels uncomfortable. I'll give you a side profile. When you work with the legs straight, sometimes you can push into your lower back too deep. If you bend your knees and you let yourself go for a moment, that might be better. Cap each elbow with each palm and let yourself dangle. Gentle classes, they're not only for beginners or people that want to take it easy, they're also for advanced yogis. They're too active, they do too much yang, and they need once or twice a week a softer and more relaxing approach to yoga. So right now the arms are heavy, the head is heavy, the seat bones up, spread the toes. And you can work with the belly in if you need a little bit more work into your core. Now release the arms by your sides. And we're going to teach you here a gentle way to come up that will keep your back a little bit more protected. You're going to bring your hands on your shins. You take a deep inhale, come up halfway right there. On the exhale, immediately bend your knees like you're sitting on a low bench. Bring your hands into your chest. This is the easy variation of Uttanasana, fierce pose. You might stay here. Make sure that the knees are not collapsing in. Knees are right underneath the ankles, and then come up a little bit taller. If you want to, sit down, open chest. Feel the back opening. Feel the seat bones opening so you have a beautiful arch, and relax the belly. It's okay. You don't need much belly. You need legs and you need thighs. That's what you need. And a little bit of glute. A lot of glute, actually. And on the next inhale, let's bring ourselves back straight, back straight. Samasthiti, extend, extend. And on the exhale, come back to center and release. Shake out your legs for a moment. Very good. Now, open your feet hip width apart. Bring your hands into your waist. Hip rotations to keep yourself mobile. So, very transcendental movement. You can even close your eyes and just feel the hips moving in your hands, especially in this quarantine. If you haven't gone dancing, maybe start here and then dance a bit if you're on your own, if you want to. Do a little bit of these circles, visiting this beautiful pelvic bowl going into movement. Does that ever feel good? You don't need to be a salsa expert to move your hips. Just need to go into your body. Feel that all your body is meant to have movement and invite it. Now let's do the other direction of your circles. Nice and juicy, nice and deep. That can actually sometimes help you to get a kink out of your back if you really move into those circles. And then finishing with last 3 circles. And now get back into center. Bring your feet hip width apart. Bring your hands into prayer. We're going to do pranayamas, breathing exercise. On the next inhale, we're going to bring your arms up, lift up. On the exhalation, bring your hands into prayer pose. Interlace your hands. On the next inhale, charge your lungs. Breathing is good. Breathing is life. On the exhalation, bring your arms behind you. I'm going to show you from behind on the next inhale. Extend the arms open, open, open. And on the exhale, release your hands by your sides. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale, hands in prayer. Interlace your hands. You can follow your hands with your eyes and your neck. Inhale, look out forward. Extend your neck. Hold your spine open, open. Exhale behind you. Interlace your hands in mudra. On the next inhale, shoulder blades in towards the spine, arms go nice and straight, open chest. And on the exhalation, release your hands. Let's do it again. Inhale, go up. Exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, arms go out forward and then up. Exhale behind you. Interlace, inhale, arms in mudra, lift the chest. Now holding here. Take a deep inhale, lift the chest, bend your knees quite a lot. On the exhale, hip flexors come in, seat bones go open, and you go forward with the knees bent to not impose so much into your body. Hold 3 breaths right here. Work shoulder blades in towards the spine as you were squeezing the juice of one lime. With the knees bent and the belly in, arms stay up, vertebra by vertebra, roll up as you breathe. From bottom to top, keep your arms straight, don't rush. Don't rush, breathe, arms stay up, lift the chest, lift your heart, go all the way up, up. Take another inhale. And on the exhale, let's release those arms. Woohoo! Okay, it will be your choice. I'm going to show you if you want to use a surface, how the surface is used. If you don't need a surface, you do it without a surface. I'm going to teach you dancer pose, and I'm going to work it in here using this as a help. So what you do is use it to the front with fingertips in front of you. If you don't want to use it, you will work it just as usual, grabbing your feet and extending, okay? So let's be gentle. We're going to be in front of the surface and extend your arms so when you come forward, you have space to do so. Put the weight into the right leg. It doesn't matter with or without surface. Left leg bends and you're going to hold the left foot behind you. And if your balancing is compromised right now, you can grab the surface. And if your balance is okay, what you're going to try is to bring the leg back so you stretch into the front part of the pelvis right here. Now, when you want, you can bring the leg higher and you bring the arm a little bit higher too. So you don't tilt forward and you keep your dancer right here. Hold. Breathe. Don't let the knee open this way. Keep the knee parallel to the ground. One more inhale. And on the exhale, return the knee to point down to the floor in your chest center. Release the leg slowly. Release your arm and switch. Okay, I'm doing again the other side with the prop in front. You can do it without it. And right here, you put the weight to the other leg. What leg? The one you have not done yet. Arms by your side. Find your pelvic floor. Shift the side. And now bend your knee up the other leg. And immediately, if you go to balance and you feel your balance compromise, you resource from having that surface. And right here, don't let the knee open up. This is a red flag. Make sure you stretch your quad and the knee points down. And when you want to, the leg is going to move back, and the arm escalates. Try not to lean forward with the chest. The opposite. You stay up. Up and lift it. No pain on the knees. Be careful. Breathe. Hold. Gentle variation of dancer. And on the next inhale, return your chest back up. Lift. And on the exhale, you release your legs. Very good. Asana for your quadriceps and to release the knees. Let's do 3 pranayamas just in case you got a little bit tight with the balance. Put your arms by your sides. The same thing we did before. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, hands in prayer. Squeeze all the air out of your lungs. Stretch your back. Inhale, go out forward and up. Lift up, look up. And on the exhalation, let's go behind you. Interlace arms. Flexibility in triceps. Inhale, arms go straight, shoulders in. Open sternum. Exhale, let go. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Interlace. Inhale, arms go forward and up. Exhale, release your hands. Inhale, extend your arms in mudra. Exhale. This last one, we're going to make sure that we're in the center of your mat. We're going to do a transition. No props into your mat. Inhale, go up. Exhale, hands into your chest. Inhale, go out forward. Exhale. Interlace, inhale. And on the exhale, you go forward one more time and down, repeating the same. Oh, how after the third time your shoulders feel loosen up, more open. Take a deep inhale, stay down with your upper body. And on the exhale, just release your hands to low back. Slide the hands by your sides. And now you're going to bend your knees quite a lot, until your hands can plant in front of you on the ground. Hands shoulder width, middle finger and index pointing forward, thumbs pointing towards each other, and then one leg at the time. You're going to go first right and then left with the knees bent into downward facing dog. Okay, keep the knees bent. We want to discover a little bit of our traction. On the next inhale with the knees bent, go down like you were touching the ground, but quite not there yet. And on the exhale, bring the knees bent and bring the chest back to the legs, stretching your upper back. Inhale, bend your knees as you were almost touching the ground. We're only going to do this 3 times. Exhale, do traction back, sit bones to the ceiling, knees stay bent. Last time, inhale with the knees bent down to the ground. And on the exhale, all the way up, 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 chest back to the legs. And this one, you can bring the legs straight and see your hamstrings, how much are they giving you. Or keep the knees bent if you need to. Hold into your downward facing dog. Sit bones to the ceiling, nicely opening into your back and shoulders. On the next inhale, the knees go down to the floor. And we rest into Balasana, into Child's Pose for a moment. If you are new to yoga or you practice too much gentle and you don't visit downer dog often, I advise you, if there's no contraindications in your hands, if it's just because it's tough, then get on it. Make sure that you become friends with your downer facing dog. It's such a wonderful pose on so many levels. Breathe. Now let's go forward into your tummy, sliding like a caterpillar all the way. We're going to do back extensions. And we're going to start with a warm-up, okay? So you're going to bring your hands right underneath the shoulders, right here. Hands underneath the shoulders are not here. That's for Sphinx. You want your thumb to be aligned with the nipple. And right here, the elbows come in to hug the rib cage. Now, press the pubic bone down to the floor firmly. Tops of the feet onto the ground and take a deep inhale. Just lift a little bit off the ground. Right here, you don't have to go much. And now put your hands off the ground. And imagine a little line in between your scapulae and you can squeeze it. Squeeze the juice on that scapula as much as you can. And now look up a little bit deeper and see if the legs can come off the ground, not too high. And right there, in a very simple position, you get all your body working, all of it. You feel your legs, you feel your glutes, you feel your back. Put your hands back to the ground. Good. We're going to go into a little bit deeper approach. You might stay here, or on the next inhale, push on your chest. And let the legs come down as you lift up higher and hold in there. Shoulders up as you inhale. And on the exhale, shoulders back and down. So you're in cobra. This is low cobra and this is high cobra. Please, gentle way to choose. Hug the elbows in towards the spine, pelvis on the ground. Look up where the wall and the ceiling meet. Holding there. Oh, yes. Nice stretch. Inhale. And on the exhale, as you bend the elbows, keep the shoulders down and send the chin forward so there is that beautiful traction, extension on your back. And when you're down, you're going to return on child's pose. Inhale back to hands and knees. And on the exhalation, let's return to child's pose for a moment. Oh, yes. Take 3 breaths to rest your shoulders and your back. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders, one vertebrae at a time. We're going to lift up into kneeling pose. Of course, if this is bad for your knees, you don't hold it. Bring yourself up, nice. And now just have a stretch in your spine, lift the heart, that's it. Now let's roll into the right side and sit down all the way there. Bring the legs in front of you and shake them. Okay, we haven't twisted spine. It's turned for seated twist. Right leg is going to go over outside of the left knee. Hold the right leg with both hands and lift up your chest. Bring traction to keep the knee aligned to the chest. And now bring the right hand behind you, fingertips pointing behind you too. Inhale, left arm goes up. Big exhalation, try to bring the elbow over the knee. And now flex the toes on the bottom leg. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, juice the spine into that beautiful twist. So pleasant, especially if you're spending tons of times sitting. This will feel fantastic on your lower back. Lightness on the hand behind you is actually lifting you. If there is more flexibility and your arm is very open, you can try holding the knee in front of you. Not that you have to. You can maintain your hand up. The next inhale, we're going to return to the center. One more breath. We're going to counter twist on the exhale, go to the other side, letting the knee stay up and receiving the right arm in, left hand behind you. Take a deep breath, inhale. And on the exhale, twist your spine, flex your toe. This is much shorter. It's just a counter pose from the first side. One last breath. Come back to center. Inhale, open up, breathe. Everything rises, everything lifts. On the exhale, place your hands behind you right here. A little bit of core training. Go a little bit back, release one leg and then the other into this tabletop that is going to become Navasana bow pose. What if I'm new to yoga and I'm starting? You can start holding the legs, balancing off the ground. What if I'm a little bit more advanced and you can go into tabletop, hold the back of the knees? What if I'm trained on bow and I want to push it? I can bring the arms in front, drop the shoulders. 3 variations. Choose the one that is for you. Lift, rise, lots of space, maybe a little bit of smile and relaxing collarbones. Jugular, you don't have to be here. Drop the shoulders. Good. Have the legs one more time. Take another inhale. On the exhale, the feet is going to go down and you're going to open a Baddha Konasana, butterfly. Just let your mind go and take the flow of the sequence. Remove the flesh of one seat bone and then the other. If you need to sit on a cushion, go ahead. A very personal moment, taking a deep breath. Yin or yang, on the exhalation, you choose your forward bend to be restful and find your limit, find your stop. Now head, shoulders, arms relax. One vertebrae at a time. Let's roll ourselves up. Bottom to top all the way. Keep breathing. And when you get up, hold the shins and take a deep inhale to help you with traction so you can lift up, up, and then let go. Bring the knees together. Release the legs in front of you. Left leg now over the right knee. Hold the front knee with both hands. Make sure that your leg is not going into this angle. You want always to have your hip aligned with your ankle and flexing the toes on the bottom leg, holding the knee in. And bringing right now the left arm behind you. Inhale, right arm rises. And this big exhalation traction, holding the knee into center. Oh, one of my top 10 favorite sensations right now. Take a deep inhale. Explore your spine. Breathe. And as you exhale, you squeeze the air out of your lungs. And you see how much space this other side is giving you to twist. Allow the neck to be involved. If there is no pain, chin follow the shoulder behind you. And be very aware in here if there is a noticeable difference between right side and left side. If your body is giving you information that one side is more open, the other one is constricted. Anything you can learn from your body, you learn it right now. Now on the next inhale, we return arms, chest to the center. With lightness on the exhale, counter twist. You're going to bring left arm inside the leg, right hand behind you, making sure the knee doesn't drop to the side, stays nicely put. And just breathe here a couple times in your counter twist. Look back to the shoulder. Breathe. And on the next inhale, we're going to bring ourselves back to center. Up, 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 and rise. Exhale, hands down to the ground. One more time. One leg up and then the other into your tabletop for Navasana. Second Navasana, we're going to do something called flying butterfly. Careful with your groins. You're going to bring the knees open and the feet is going to touch, and you want to hold your feet if you can hold. Now, the whole challenge, like in butterfly, when you were following down, you're going to do it but up into the air, which of course is going to help you understanding Navasana and the points of core stabilization. So once you feel stable, now try to lift the chest, drop the shoulders down, chin tucked in slightly, and see if the legs can come closer to you. Not that they have to, and it's like you were on the ground, but now up into the air. Breathe. Holding one, drop the shoulders. This is still gentle. Two, one last inhale. Okay, we'll call it active gentle. And on the exhale, bring the legs down slowly. Oh, yes. And now bring the knees together, and we're going to do a different forward bend. We're going to extend your legs in front of you, Paschimottanasana, or leg together forward bend. If you're very gentle and you have problems into your hamstrings, I'll recommend you use the big block underneath the knees and sit on the little cushion to help you come forward. That will be something soft. If you're not in need, just remove it to the side. Take a deep inhale. Extend. Try not to start like a hook. Everything is lifted, and you're actually going to hold in here 3 breaths. Flex your toes, open your arms, and make sure that your chest is lifted, and make sure that your lower back is not locked. It's like the seat bones are open. There is energy flow in your back. If you're sitting too long, that might be difficult. Inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to go forward, forward, and you're going to find the limit where down needs to be down and hold according to your own anatomy. Maybe holding feet, maybe legs, maybe calves, maybe toes. Inhale, halfway. Halfway, it means you lift up chest, neck. Exhale, you fold again, down, 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 and let's breathe here 5 times in your limit. Strong Ujjayi breath moving in your body. Beautiful. On the next inhale, lift up chest, arms in front, and continue rising, rising. And on the exhalation, we're going to release down. Okay, now the next pose, we're going to build a little bit of a restorative finish to the class. We're going to bring that square cushion behind you, the long bolster on top of it, and then the soft cushion on the base. And right here, we're going to sit on top of this, and you're going to let your upper body relax, your spine relax onto the bolster, and the little lift of the cushion helps you to open the shoulders deeper, and now relax the arms back. Oh, yes. This will be a gentle variation for fish pose. And I don't know what has happened to your life lately, but there is a lot of unprocessed emotions, perhaps for not being able to do what you're used to doing, for not being able to see the people that you want to see. Just simply basic concepts as freedom. And sometimes they feel like somebody kicks you in your heart. So this is a very good opportunity to unlock these feelings and breathe into your body as deep as you can. Feeling your heart. And if you feel like the air cannot access, with your thumb, massage above the thymus gland and put pressure on it. That helps you opening Anahatasana heart center. A little bit of self-perform Reiki. If you haven't been able to see your Reiki practitioner, this is a good way to self-perform Reiki. Thumb into the heart center with slight pressure in. And then when you're done, you let go. And we're going to bring a special effort in our minds, me included, to really try our very, very best to let go of those things that are not in your control to change. And to accept humbly those things, they're not in your control. And be proactive in the things you can make better or change. And the absolute wisdom and consciousness to know the difference between the two. So this reality doesn't become unbearable and it becomes a happy experience. the second part, you can remind where you are. But if you want to open groins, you can add butterfly into this gentle pose. And you're going to feel an opening into the base of your spine, first and second chakra. Count the last 5 breaths, whatever variation you chose to hold. And on the next inhale, allow the knees to return to the center. Knees get into center slowly. On the exhale, roll to one side into fetal pose. Go all the way down off the props, and the other arm removes everything sideways. And now bring the knees to your chest and roll back into your mat. Delicioso. Hold the knees to your chest. Inhale. On the exhale, forehead up. Supta Balasana. We're going to hold the round part of the skull. Close the elbows beside the ears. On the next inhale, stretch the right leg in front of you. Hold 3. Really working into stretching this part. Work a little bit of your thigh. Point the toe. Inhale, bring the leg back in. No pain on your back. Exhale, bring the other leg out. One more time. This is to open right here. Lots of quad. Point the toe. Other leg comes in, so you work your core. On the next inhale, both legs come in. On the exhale, open like a little frog and hold the inside of your feet and relax your head down for happy baby. Look both sides and make sure that knee and ankle is aligned. And see if the tailbone can be dropped to the ground and squeeze. So you open back. This is like doing squat pose, but a little bit less aggressive on the knees, but definitely more intense into your groins and hips. Take another inhale. And on the exhale, hug the knees back to your chest. Squeeze them in for a moment. Close, close, close. Bring the feet down. Setu Bandha. This is a great pose to do at the end of the class so you realign spine and finish with muscular energy connected. Feet on the knees, spinal lift, arms by your sides. Press on your feet, maintaining the knees parallel. Start lifting low back, mid back, going all the way up. And feel how these stretches all into the upper back of the neck. Lift and use glutes and thighs to help you, back muscles to help you up higher. You can maintain the arms by your sides, or you might want to bring the hands in mudra right underneath the shoulders. Keep lifting. How yoga doesn't become boring if it's the same poses for the last 5,000 years? Well, it's because the pose doesn't change, but your body does. So day by day, you can do the same pose, but every day will feel different. But you won't notice that if you take yoga only as a workout. You will notice that if yoga is for you a system of self-recognition, of connection. So right now, even if you did this same pose the last 100 days on your year, today is different. Release your arms. Do another lift. Sit bones up. Rise, rise. And on the exhale, one vertebrae at a time, go down slowly. This is the part when it's different every day. Sometimes you come faster because you're tired. Sometimes you're strong and the descent is slowly one vertebrae at a time until glutes are down to the floor. Hug knees into your chest. Inhale. And on the exhale, bring your forehead up one more time. Rise. Inhale. And on the exhale, bring your head down to the floor. And roll onto Shavasana, releasing the legs. If your back hurts, these long bolsters can be placed underneath the knees to soften into your lower back, corpus pose. What if I don't have one of those at home? You can get 3 high-density towels with heavy cotton, fold them, and do one for yourself. I'm sure there are many places online where you can get your props as well. Breathe, arms by your sides, feet relax. And giving ourselves that last break in Shavasana. Ay, 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 what a beautiful opportunity for you to just be. Especially if it's warm and you have tile underneath your body, feel the coolness on your body as you relax. Start to move your hands and your feet. And stretch your arms above your head, reaching, stretching. Of course, if you want to do your Shavasana a little bit longer, you're at home, you can continue in Shavasana. If you're ready to reincorporate to your day, we're going to roll to one side and sit to finish together in sitting pose. Ay, ay, ay. Like I always said, there is a before yoga and an after yoga, and majority of the stories are happy stories. So right now, tune to the energy that you created through these 45 minutes, to this opportunity to create space on your day, to give practice. Bring your hands in Anjali in prayer position, the hand gesture for gratitude. Thank you for joining me. Om Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. See you next time. Tune in to your premium membership in Drishti Center to enjoy more of these classes. See you.